jurisdiction. The question was, how might we make voting intuitive and accessible for Los Angeles' 5 million voters? You can imagine the people of this county, this city, have really diverse needs, right? There's really not one solution that would meet everyone's needs. Funnily enough, I think the voting system in the United States is kind of considered to be in crisis. If you look at like the results of some of our past elections, it's kind of chaotic, but it looks like this still in a lot of cities. And what the team did to understand this better was they stood outside of voting, county voting day, and just tried to see what were people doing to make their experience better. And one of the things that a lot of people did, the elderly, people who had a hard time with sight, they would bring their sample ballots. Sample ballots are mailed to everyone ahead of time just so they can have an idea of who's running. And people were bringing their sample ballots filled out so that they could just transcribe when they got there, because it was such a hard experience to get right that they were afraid of making a misstep and actually voting for the wrong person. So people were doing this because it was such an unintuitive experience, and the team recognized that there needed to be a little bit more guidance and a little bit more clarity. So we set up in community centers and had mock voting days and invited people like the senior citizens or people who were blind or hard of hearing, and let them give us their feedback, their honest feedback on what a voting experience should feel like. So we prototyped with things like, so here are 4 ways you can make this better. This is just a paper prototype. Adjust the screen angle, make the text bigger, use headphones to hear audio, and switch language anytime to another language. So people got to sort of give their feedback on this piece of paper so that we could make the digital experience, when it became real, more intuitive. And the final result is just, as you might imagine, a customizable voting booth that allows someone in a wheelchair to lower this to their height. It allows someone who's hearing impaired to read larger, or listen to something narrated and also read in a different way, or someone who's for whom English is not their native language to switch to their language anytime. So LA County is rolling this out, and we have hope that the rest of the United States will soon follow.